Mainit ang sikat ng araw sa labas, ngunit papainitin pa namin yan lalo ngayong hapon dahil isang mainit na aksyon mula dito sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference ang haming hatid sa inyo. It is our Tacloban Fighting Warriors versus the Pocari-Air Force Lady Warriors. And we have another game for this Saturday afternoon that will be between our Adamson-Akari Lady Falcons and our Irga Navy Lady Dragons. Action-filled Saturday tayo dito sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Tulad nga po ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, it is for match number 1 for today, we have our Fighting Warriors versus the Pocari-Air Force Lady Warriors. And for match number 2 mamaya po, abangan nyo po magkikita at mag-aharap ang ating Adamson-Akari Lady Falcons at ang ating Irgan Navy Lady Dragons who will be looking for their first win in this conference because both teams are still winless. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Live na live po tayo via Liga HD. Live din po tayo via live streaming on the number one sports website of the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL via YouTube on youtube.com/ABS-CBN Sports, and of course for our TFC subscribers via tfc.tv. You can also catch us via replay on SNA and SNA HD. At magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, Sinjin Reyes, nakasama niyo po ngayong hapon sa panonood ng match na ito. And of course, hindi po mawawala yung dalawang nagagandang kasama ko for today. Simulan po natin sa aking maging partner for this afternoon, the one and only Miss Anne Remulla Kanda.
Buti naman you omitted some of the
original version of that.
Spiel.
Good afternoon sa iyo, Anne.
Good afternoon, Sinj. Of course, exciting afternoon. Always excited to be your partner.
Parang last time natin magka-partner, reinforced conference cover. Now, it's another exciting afternoon dito sa Open Conference. At syempre, hindi mawawala ang rumoronda para sa atin on the court side, none other than Janine Choi. JT, good afternoon. Kumusta ang court side ngayon?
Hi, Sinj. Hi, Anne. Everything is good. Excited to report for you guys this afternoon.
Yes, and kung handa na tayong lahat, syempre, isa lang naman sinasabi natin dyan. Kung hindi, tara! Game!
Hello at magandang araw sa inyo mga kapamilya. It's day 13 of the Open Conference here in the PVL at maya-maya ay magtatapat na ang Fighting Warriors kontra ang Lady Warriors. Para sa kupunan ng Fighting Warriors, umabot hanggang 5 sets ang laban nila kontra ang Ateneo Motolite Lady Eagles. Pero unfortunately, they weren't able to close that game out last October 14. Ang Pocari Lady Warriors naman, humabol sila. They were down 0-2 against the Creamline Cool Smashers, pero lumaban sila hanggang 5 sets. But unfortunately, they also fell short in that match against the Creamline Cool Smashers. Kaya Sinjin and Anne, both teams today for sure gustong-gustong makabawi kasi galing sila sa 5-setting match and both teams came from an upsetting outcome.
Yes, 2 5-setters ang kwento nitong dalawang koponan natin. But how do they appear in our rankings, Anne? And how does this affect the whole competition? Because we are at the tail end of our first round.
Well, every time we look at the teams, every time we look at the team standings, we talk about how important the win is. But for the Lady Warriors, talagang if they want to secure a spot, gusto natin, handun tayo sa top 4, they need to win today's game as they only have a 3-2 win-loss record as of now. So gusto nila maiangat ang kanilang standing. Meanwhile, the Fighting Warriors, of course, still want to continue to pile those wins dahil sila yung nasa bottom 3 actually right now. So we'll see today. It will be an interesting match. Again, like what Janine said, coming off 5-set losses.
Yun na nga, nag-iipon na nga ng panalo itong ating mga koponan ngayong hapon at patulo na po ito ng gitna ng ating conference and coming soon will be the second round. So it's another storyline na abangan natin. Pero ano pa bang mga kwentong meron tayo dito this
Alam niyo ba
afternoon?
kanina Sinjin and actually nakausap ko si Myla at sinabi niya last 2 games na nga doon ng Pocari kaya kailangan talaga na mapanalo na itong last 2 games nila because even they are gunning for the top 4 seed.
Of course, we are missing their presence in the top 4 ranking spot kasi ngayon nandun pa lang sila sa number 5. So titingnan natin kung makakamit ba yun ng ating Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors. But Janine, why don't you invite our viewers for our social media accounts and where can they catch us?
Tama ka dyan, since mga kapamilya, we want to stay connected with you guys. So tweet nyo lang kami at ABS-CBN Sports at gamitan ng hashtag na PVL on ABS-CBN for your comments and insights on the match. Also, check nyo rin ang aming Instagram account at ABS-CBN_sports. Make sure you keep up to date on all things about the Premier Volleyball League by visiting the #1 Philippine sports website, sports.abs-cbn.com. Also, like, share, and follow nyo na rin ang aming official Facebook page which is now close to 1 million likes and followers at Premier Volleyball League. Check nyo rin ang aming YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/abs-cbnsports.
Paulit-ulit ko itong sasabihin, Ann, pero it's really true. There is no excuse for anyone to miss the PVL and any action here in the PVL. Pero itong si Janine, patuloy yung ronda dito sa paikot-ikot at kukuha ng mga kwento dito sa loob ng San Juan Arena habang kami ni Ann ay patuloy na hihimayin itong dalawang koponan sa aming pagbabalik dito sa PVL Open Conference. Nagbabalik po kami dito sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference and we are now witnessing the protocol between our Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors and our Tacloban Fighting Warriors, which is just a sign na pasimula na ang isang maaksyong hapon ng volleyball dito lamang sa Liga and Liga HD. Live na live po tayo mga kapamilya and you are also catching us via replay on SNA and SNA HD. Of course, and ang una natin pag-usapan dito ay yung Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors. In their last game, it was 5 sets. Unang 2 sets nakuha ng ating Team 9 Cool Smashers. Akala natin matatapos na yung 3 sets, pero hindi. Lumaban at sumugod ang bagyong Pablo or ang Typhoon Pablo to go up against that bagyong Baldo and try to extend it to a 5th set. And we watched a wondrous event of volleyball in that game.
Oh, definitely. Maganda nga, no? Maganda yung naipakitang laban ng Lady Warriors in that match. It may have been, it may not have been enough, but looking at how they stretched this match, kitang-kita mo naman sa kanilang puntos in set number 3 and 4, and even all the way to the 5th set, since ito nga yung sinasabi, talagang diitan yung laban. So it could have gone either way, really. So kung babalikan natin to, marami ring lessons learned for the
Both
Lady
teams.
Warriors for both teams.
And speaking of the Lady Warriors, they fought hard, and one of the people or one of the persons who played a big game in that day is none other than yung kasama natin for this afternoon, Del Palumata. Good afternoon to you, Del.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Del. Congratulations. It was a great performance for you. Unfortunately, hindi nanalo yung ating koponan,
Opo,
but
thank you
19 big points ang nilabas natin nung araw na yon. Anong masasabi mong naging inspiration mo to play that hard and to score a lot on that game? Kasi napakaganda ng performance natin that day.
Ang naging inspiration ko lang po is yung family ko and yung mga supporters po ng Pocari-Air Force, saka yung Air Force family din po.
Sa tingin mo, anong aspeto, what aspect yung nag-fall short ang team ninyo? Kaya kahit nadikitan nyo yung 3rd, 4th, and 5th set, hindi nyo nakuha yung panalo.
Ano po, ginawala namin yung best namin para makahabol sa score and para po makahabol sa score namin.
At yun naman nga yung nakita natin, talagang humabol at sumubok naman ng yung koponan. Yun nga lang, kinapos na lang nung sa dulo. Pero dahil hindi ka na namin i-keep dito ng matagal dahil mukhang marami ka pang kailangan i-warm up ngayong hapon dahil mukhang matindi din ang makakalaban natin ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat, Del, sa pagsama sa amin dito.
And good luck!
And good luck. Speaking of Del Palumata, balikan natin yung kanyang napakagandang performance, a big dose of Del. Ika nga natin dito dahil 19 big points ang kinontribute ni Del para sa kanyang koponan. And this is a good sign because pag na-activate ang middle blockers, and that means there's good reception and the system is very fluid for our Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors.
That's right. Usually the case, Sinj, like what you mentioned, ang palaging top scorers mga outside
Yes.
hitters. But in this case, because their movement was very fluid, Palumata was able to score a high double-digit 19 points. At ang maganda dito, no, while Del, of course, performed this well, meron din siyang suporta ng kanyang mga teammates dun sa match na yon. But today, of course, people are expecting that Del Palumata will perform the same way.
Yes, and speaking of yung support na nakuha niya, syempre yan si Pangs Panaga, naka 19 points din in that last match. And of course, maraming nag-contribute. Yun nga lang, kinapos talaga itong ating Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors. Pero po sa aming pagbabalik, enough about the Lady Warriors. We'll be discussing the other side. We'll discuss our Airgun Navy Lady Oragons dito lamang sa PVL Open Conference. At nagbabalik po kayo dito sa Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Kung kanina po napag-usapan natin ang ating Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors, ngayon naman po ang ating Tacloban Fighting Warriors ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong hapon. So I'll just like to correct myself before the gap. It's the Tacloban Fighting Warriors that we're going to talk about today. And speaking of the Tacloban Fighting Warriors, nung huling game po nila mga kapamilya, 5 sets din po ang pinagdaanan nitong ating Tacloban Fighting Warriors, kung saan sila ay sumubok din mag-extend ng sets. We thought it could have been a 4th setter, but up when it came to the 4th set, doon na pinapos yung ating Fighting Warriors na extend na Ateneo to a 5th set, and it was an epic match. Saksing buhay ako doon sa performance nitong young squad of the Tacloban Fighting Warriors, but the youngsters really were explosive on that day, Anne.
Well, looking at that match, at usong-uso naman ang 5-setter dito sa PVL, dito sa ating conference ngayon. We've seen a lot of these games. At itong game na to, isa lang sa nagpapatunay how exciting the matches are. Good quality matches. Yun nga lang, kinulang ang Fighting Warriors in the 4th set, like what you mentioned. But, all throughout this game, and we keep on saying this over and over again, since maraming natututunan yung mga team. So as they move on to the next match, alam natin at pinag-aaralan nila, sina-scout nila yung kanilang mga galaw, pinapanood nila yung mga previous games nila to really get all the learning.
Yes, sabi nga ni Coach na isa sa mga sakit na ng koponan niya is yung panapos. So yun yung hinahanap nila. Pero speaking of panapos, isang bagong addition sa ating Tacloban Fighting Warriors na maaga pa lang nagpakilala na agad sa kanyang pagbabalik dito sa PVL ay walang iba kung hindi ang kasama natin na si Dimdim Packers. Good afternoon sa'yo, Dim.
Good afternoon po.
Naka-welcome back sa PVL at maagang-maaga pa lang, unang game mo pa lang pasabog na ang dala mo para sa amin as usual. Dim, ako yung tanong ko, you're going into your 5th year sa UST, nagbabalik ka dito sa PVL. Ano pa ba ang gustong ma-achieve ng isang Dimdim Packers sa volleyball?
Siguro po yung maturity na po sa loob ng court kasi ayun po parang pag sa dulo-dulo yun parang nawawala, nakakapo. So yun po siguro yung maturity sa loob ng court. Kasi yung endgame.
Yun din.
So, very clear naman yung endgame, and it's very much aligned with what Coach Ness mentioned. So, bukod sa endgame, ano pa sa tingin mo ang kailangan ng team ninyo to wrap up this round na makakuha ng panalo ngayon?
Siguro yung pagtitiwala na lang po sa sarili, tapos sa tiwala po sa loob ng court, tapos yung kung ipakita po anong kaya ng isa't isa.
Ako mabilis lang din, may follow-up lang ako. Bago ka dito sa koponan nito, may konting adjustments pa rin ba sa iyong pagbabalik bilang isang veterano? So para kay Coach Ness?
Opo, kasi yun nga, bago na naman po yung mga teammates ko, tas lalo na yung setter, so mga kapapa. Kasi yun nga, sa set niya parang mabilis, so kailangan mag-adjust.
Yun naman. At maraming salamat din, maaari ka na bumalik sa iyong warm-up dahil ayaw ka namin pigilan para sa mga pasabog mo ngayong araw na ito. Thank you so much, Dim. And sabi nga ni Dim, may mga adjustments pa, pero Packers did pack a lot of punch in their last match against the Ateneo Motolite Lady Eagles. Looking at Dimdim Packers' performance, talagang nagbabalik siya dito with a big kill and talagang may baon talaga at pinapakita niya kung bakit siya nararapat masama dito sa lineup ni Coach Ness Pamilaran.
Tama ka dyan. Of course, apart from the points that she contributed to the team, malaking bagay din yung presence, yung talagang fighting spirit ni Dimdim Packers. And I guess, on top of this, she plays the opposite hitter, di ba?
Yes.
At ang ganda dahil kaliwete siya. So it really changes even the dynamics of the blocking ng kanyang mga nakakalaban.
At yun nga, mukhang nagulat talaga yung Ateneo dun sa naging performance ni Dimdim sa last match. Pero that's the story of our Tacloban Fighting Warriors. Ngayon naman titingnan natin kung anong mangyayari dito sa ating dalawang koponan sa kanilang matchup for today. Pero ito, puntahan muna natin ang ating DJ for today. Walang iba kung hindi si DJ Louie, who brings the beats here always in the San Juan Arena. And he will be joining us this game. So titingnan natin kung mapapasayaw ba niya yung ating mga players ngayong hapon. Pero po sa aming pong pagbabalik, magsisimula na po ang set number 1 dito lamang sa PVL Open Conference.
Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Ms. Maynard Joy De Imus, National Referee. Second referee, Mr. Jeff Lopez, International Referee. Let us welcome our starters from our Tacloban Fighting Warriors. Team captain is number 18, Jovelyn Grace Prado. At number 2, Mary Ann Esguerra. Number 4, Heather Ann Ginoo. At number 12, Kyle Negrito. Wearing jersey number 14, Mary Dominic Pacres. And number 16, Jeannie De Los Reyes. Libero, number 11, Eunice Jan Galan. Head coach, Mr. Ernesto Nes Pamilar. Presenting our Pocari-Sweat Air Force Lady Warriors. Team captain is number 18, Myla Pablo. At number 3, Jeanette Panaga. Wearing jersey number 4, Airwoman Second Class, Iya Yonko. Number 6 is Airwoman Second Class, May Ann Pantino. At number 7, Sergeant Wendy Ann Semana. And number 13, Airwoman Second Class, Del Palamata. Libero, number 11, Jelly Tempiatura. Head coach, Master Sergeant Jasper Jimenez. This is match number 25, preliminary round.
It's the blue shirts versus the white shirts for this afternoon dito sa PVL, and we have the first 6 mula sa ating Tacloban Fighting Warriors, Prado, Esguerra, Negrito, Pacres, De Los Reyes, Ginoo, and Galang. So it's still the same first 6 from their previous match against Ateneo. Sa kabilang panig naman, sa Pocari-Sweat Air Force Lady Warriors, Yonko, Panaga, Pablo, Palomata, Pantino, Semana, and of course the libero will be Tempiatura. So wala pa rin pinagbago dito sa panig ni Coach Jasper. After the adjustments with the new players that we've seen for these two squads, ito, normal na ang rotation nito dalawang koponan natin.
Yan, like what we talked about earlier in the pre-game, itong parehong koponan na to galing sa Heartbreak. It was, you know, a stretched 5-setter ng parehong nilaro nila bago ang laro today. So let's see kung ano yung adjustments na gagawin din nila today.
Aabangan din natin syempre kung sinong mas gutom sa panalo ngayong araw na ito dahil yan yung magiging crucial na bahagi ng ating game for today. Pero ang unang puntos mapupunta dito sa ating Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors courtesy of Iya Yonko. Pablo now marches to the back row. Negrito chooses Prado down the line, and she scores off the hands of Tempiatura. So their top scorers or their usual scorers scoring early for these two squads.
Service.
And Esguerra now on the service line for Tacloban. Nice adjustment there from Pocari. Panaga on the regalo gets the point para dito sa Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors.
The Lady Warriors, ang kanilang mga center spikers very active at the net.
And in their previous game, they were the top. Both the centers, the middle spikers were the top scorers for this squad. So really interesting dahil bihira natin yung makita. Usually yung open talaga yung number 1 scorer. It just goes to show the effectivity of Wendy Semana. Speaking of the middle hitters, Palomata tallies her first point para dito sa Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors. Muscle memory na.
Oh, and I think one of the things that the Fighting Warriors should expect ngayong hapong ito, that a lot of the sets, a lot of the playmaking na gagawin ni Semana, definitely she'll take advantage of the players who are on fire. So hopefully nakik-carry over yon sa laro ngayon.
Then yung tingnan natin. But this is not helpful for the Tacloban Fighting Warriors. A service ace, courtesy of Fox Panaga. Banks, of course, has a deadly serve, targeting the libero there, but Tacloban unable to put that ball up.
5-1.
Aabante ng 4 na puntos na dito ang ating Pocari-Sweat Air Force Lady Warriors. Nalita na. Change of libero ang pinasok dito sa coach Nes, si Eunice Galang. Panaga slow serving. Tough service. Easy pick up there on the side of Tacloban. Pacres with a hit there. Sasagot dito from the opposite side also. Iya. They go to Prado down the line. Semana was there. Iya on the top ball. They choose Dindin. Cross court, but that sails out. No check.
Ball is out.
Is awarded against, or is awarded to the Tacloban Fighting Warriors. Puntos para dito sa ating Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors.
Lady Warriors is playing a steady game. Nothing too fancy yet. Ano? We haven't seen any fancy plays. Basic quick set sa gitna. Maayos na depensa.
And they're using their advantage in the service line right now. With a tough serve from
with the runner.
Managa, but it's not helpful when you have a deadly Iya Yoko also up front.
This is actually showing the good balance, that they have.
And the depth of their
Service.
pool of talents here. Looking at their second stingers, they're also first six quality. Eli Boy-Casilag, you have Antipresto, who played a lot in the Youth First Conference.
That's an ace.
Kabalsa,
First technical timeout.
Pero ito, nauna na ang ating Pocari-Air Lady
Air
Warriors sa first
One.
technical timeout. Magbabalik po kami dito sa PVL Open Conference. At nagbabalik po kami dito sa PVL Open Conference. Some of everything was the contributions or the contribution rather of Ate Wendy Ann Semana for the Pocari-Sweat Air Force Lady Warriors. As a setter, 6 big points and 43 running sets, 17 digs. The maturity, the wisdom of a Wendy Ann Semana that you have in your team. What can you say about that?
Well, I think, sometimes hindi kailangan na ikaw yung top scorer, but the stats that she's showing here right now just goes to show how she's that indispensable type of player para dito sa Lady Warriors dahil she basically is an all-around player.
And she is the heart and soul of this squad. Her distribution really just brings out the game of everyone. So a lot to be expected for Wendy and Semana in this game. Or from Wendy and Semana rather. But let's go back to our ball game. Negrito goes to Prado with a soft tip there. Pacres off dance of the blockers and Pantino calls that in. And it checks
Clock is
in.
out.
But that
Point
is called
served.
out by our referee. So another point is marked for our Tacloban Fighting Warriors. Puntahan natin ang report ni Janine Chon.
Sinjun at Ann, para sa kapitanan ng Lady Warriors na si Myla Pablo, talagang may paghihinayang siya sa huling laban nila kontra ang Creamline Pool Smashers. Sinabi niya na nawalan sila ng receive at pagdating ng 5th set, talagang nagpatong-patong ang errors nila. Gayun pa man, sinabi ni Myla na talagang proud siya sa kanyang kupunan dahil nakita niya na lumaban at lumaban sila hanggang sa huli. Nag-special mention din siya kay Del Palumata dahil sinabi niya nakita niyang lumabas yung laro ni Del and that is also backed up with impressive numbers reflected on the stat sheet. At sa laban nila ngayong araw, sinabi ni Myla na importanteng mag-communicate sila at magtulungan to seal this win. Balik sa inyo, Sinjun at Ann.
Maraming salamat, Janine. And wala dapat ikahiya ang ating Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors. Heads up because they really showed a fight against the Creamline Pool Smashers during that day. And so,
And today, Sinj, as we look at how the team is playing, kita naman natin, service line pa lang. Panaga earlier, very consistent. This time around, Yonko.
Down the line.
And, as I say that, bumawi naman itong Fighting Warriors.
yung feature nating player kanina, mukhang may baon talagang pasabog lagi. Dim Pacres going down the line there.
Dimdim Pacres.
But that's a great point man, about our Pocari-Sweat Lady Warriors. Nothing to be shy of right now. If you look at the scoreboard, 7 points ahead lang naman sila dito. But let's go back to our ball game as Negrito goes to the middle to Jenay De Los Reyes. And Jenay
De Los Reyes.
scores her first point here in the first set.
Sometimes you just have to change your offense a bit. In that case, paluan na ang nangyayari. Bawiin mo sa drop ball and she gets that point.
Pero yun lang yung hindi mo gusto mangyari. After mo makakuha ng puntos, nagkamali. May short yung service doon. Dim Pacres. Coach Ness. The expression on his face is just clear kung anong feelings niya about that. But we're seeing a very calm Coach Ness right now on the start of this set. Negrito there with a dump ball. Pablo cross court. Buhay pa po ang bola. Negrito tries to save that free ball. Ang binigay dito ni Deng Ginoo. They go to the open hit to Pablo. He is checked there by Negrito. Dim Pacres on the back row play. Sasagot sa kabila. Palumata ang umalaw mula sa gitna. At pupuntos balik sa walo. Mga banda dito ng ating Pocari-Sweat Air Force Lady Warriors.
Palumata is actually the tallest we have on the floor from both teams. Kaya napakalaki ng kanyang advantage at the net.
It's such an interesting story. Itong si Del Palumata was actually recruited from USLS Bacolod. Dati siyang Lady Stingers And then was recruited to join the Air Force kasi napansin nga ng Air Force yung kanyang height advantage na mag-provide para dito sa kanyang volleyball squad. So that's the story of the recruitment del Palamata. Pero ito, sa kabilang panig,
Serving
Deng
12.
Ginoo scores of that cross-court play. And may interview tayo about kay Deng kasi last time na-interview namin siya ni Coach Sean. Do you know that Deng's around 4 hours late lang?
Wow!
Kasi 5 a.m. na training, tapos may kaklase, 12 noon, nagdidiretso ng NAIA para sa kanyang OJT. Matapos daw siya ng 12 midnight, makakarating ng bahay ng 1 a.m. 5 a.m. ulit the next day.
Hindi pala siya masyadong busy,
Hindi naman masyado. Wala masyadong ganap si Deng Ginoo. But that's the story of our student athletes here. Well, itong student athletes that's playing for a club pa. So, yun talaga yung mga sakripisyo na binibigay nitong mga batang ito para sa volleyball.
You know, it's tough, but you know, apart from the fact that they have to balance all of these things, I think the good thing talaga about it is yung discipline, that they get discipline na sundin ang kanilang schedule, discipline na kailangan talaga efficient sila sa kanilang oras, pag naka-schedule ay OJT or mag-aral, yun yung dapat gawin because may training pa after.
At saludo tayo dyan sa mga student athletes natin. Pero ito, balik tayo dito sa ating laro dahil sa pang sinasaluduhan natin dito, Typhoon Pablo with that over that blocker skill. Talagang ibabaw dun si Myla.
And the blocker was actually late. You cannot be late if it's Myla Pablo going for that attack.
At grabe yung patusok ng palo doon ni Myla. Diretso talaga. Balik tayo dito. Anes Guerra ang sasagot para sa panig ng ating Tacloban Fighting Warais. And that brings them to a 5-point disadvantage. Pinapalit na nitong Tacloban yung kanilang disadvantage dito sa ating first set. That was as big as 8 big points. Ginoo now on the service. Semana chooses Pablo again. Ginoo puts it up. Galang goes to Dimdim from the back row. On the other side, Pablo from the middle. Well read there by Deng Ginoo. Prado, she's checked. They go to Prado on the second try. Drop ball. It's still back to them. Negrito goes offensive para dito sa Tacloban Fighting
There's a
Warais.
ball touch called on the Lady Warriors.
I think the Fighting Warais also took advantage. Kakagulo sila Pablo in front sa kanilang positioning kung sino ba ang magbablock.
Service.
Tapos si Tempiatura, nag-adjust na, nag-balance na eh. Pero nice spot there where Negrito went.
Plus one. Lady
Hindi makakatulong ulit yun sa kanilang koponan nung balik sa lima ang abante dito ng Pocari-Air Lady Warriors. Courtesy of that mistake on the side of our Fighting Warais.
And that has been their problem, Nakakakuha sila ng puntos, but we've seen quite a few errors there at the service line. Hindi nakakatulong. Kaya hindi nila maitikit, lubusan ang kanilang score.
They will try to get point, pero bababawi naman pagdating ng service nila. So, something that they have to watch out for in this
Service.
this game.
Semana.
Still serving on the side of our Lady Warriors. Negrito goes to Deng Ginoo from the back row.
Ginoo off the hand of
Off
Pablo.
the block of
10 to
Pablo.
15.
Nagsuling na lang dito si Deng.
Kyle
Negrito
Negrito.
now
Serving for
serving.
Tacloban.
FEU stand out. We all know FEU was in the finals of UAP Season 18. So maraming experience na baon si Kyle. Now she chooses Dimdim Pacres on the opposite side. But Wendy and Semana easy there for the pickup. Yonko down the line and nobody
Yonko
home
with a cut
on
shot.
that zone of the volleyball court.
Second
Kaya
technical
mauna sa
timeout,
second technical
16.
timeout ang ating Pocari-Air Lady
Pocari-Air
Warriors.
Force.
Magbabalik po
10,
kami dito sa
Tacloban.
PVL Open Conference. We're back here in the PVL Open Conference. Ginoo gets her side going. Ginoo has been their top scorer so far dito sa panig ng ating Tacloban Fighting Warais. In their last match na pag-usapan namin ni Coach Ronnie how she is part of the top 10 scorers dito sa ating liga and how much she's contributing for Coach Nes Pamilar and her squad. And
But what's great is that, again, apart from her scoring skills, yung kanyang depensa, malaking tulong din para sa Fighting Warais. And yun ang importante rin naman, especially if you're going up against a team katulad ng Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors na nandyan na
Serving
si
for the Lady
Palomata, nandyan si
Warriors.
Panagan, si Myla Pablo, Yoko. You need very good defense at the back.
That's one thing na nakakalimutan i-appreciate din minsan natin dahil puro puntos, puro spiking yung napapansin. But it all starts with a good defense because remember, the first ball is at your
Panaga
receive
with a
or
solid
a dig.
block.
But ito,
17
mukhang hindi na napapalusutin yung bola sa panig ng ating Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors. And let's look at that backo save of the game coming from Jelly Temperatura, which led to that play from our Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors. Tim Packers off the hands of the blocker. Woo!
Off the block.
Nobody home
11,
for coverage
17.
sa panig ng Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors.
They all saw that the ball was going that direction, pero parang walang umangkin. They all were just looking at each other.
Naghintayan.
So,
And is
Dito na
good.
panig ng Pocari Sweat. Balik sa anim abante dito ng Lady Warriors. They go to Panaga.
With a quick
perfect
hit.
timing.
18.
Yan ang magandang example ng finite ang bola. Look at this. From the release, diretso sa kamay ni Panaga.
Textbook quick play.
Jeanette Panaga.
Yung
Serving
minsan
for
tinatawag natin na
Pocari-Air.
sinusubo.
Oo, sinusubo yung bola.
Sinusubo yung bola.
Excellent connection between these two. But
Well,
that
one.
is also an excellent,
Tacloban.
excellent connection to the net.
And a bad example
Oo,
naman
bad
of a
example.
serve. Well,
But she did very well earlier.
yes, I was
Since
about to say.
mga serve.
Yun nga din naman yung bawi natin doon.
For
Kasi
the
kanina ang ganda naman at nagtagal siya doon sa service line. So let's see kung makakagawa ba ng streak dito ang Tacloban as Palomata.
Palomata.
Wala man si Panaga sa harap. Palomata got the middle spot covered on hitting.
It doesn't matter, sabi ni Semana. Ang dami kong options. Look at that. Hindi pa saktong-sakto yung hindi niya napalo. But she was able to place it.
And the height advantage really helps para dito sa Pocari Sweat. But on the other side, then Ginoo plays it smart and places that ball right in the middle.
Serving 9. 19.
Think simple lang yung ginawa ni Deng dito.
14 out.
Yung on
9.
table
Guillermo.
to pancake that
12
ball.
out. 6. Marzan.
Ito, very happy with that point.
Double substitution here, quite odd kasi usually playing a middle blocker role itong si Barbie Marzan. But now she's coming in for the utility spot for a full front line on the other side naman. And sa likod naman pinasok itong si Guillermo, May Guillermo from San Sebastian. Semana saving that ball. Pantino going for zone 6. On the other side, Deng Ginoo. Sobra ng lakas yung palo ni Deng doon.
13.
Balik sa pitong abante ng Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors.
Leanne Pantino serving for the Lady Warriors.
Pantino for the service. Guillermo chooses Esguerra on the quick play. Then Ginoo denies the drop ball there
14,
of
serving
Wendy and
20.
Semana. Basang-basa. Deng.
Well, if Semana is a frontliner, you have to really keep watch.
Serving for Tacloban.
Babasa anim ang hinahabol dito ng Tacloban Fighting Warriors. Jenay De Los Reyes from the Lady Troopers joining in this Tacloban squad. But on the other side, they deny Myla Pablo on that last play.
15 to 20.
Babasa limang hinahabol dito ng ating Tacloban Fighting Warriors.
Service De Los Reyes.
Sarado ang tindahan courtesy of Barbie Marzan. Single block. Pablo. Nice save there from Wendy and Semana. This ball is still alive. They go to Marzan, but
Turn
she's
back
easily
by
blocked
Pablo.
there by
21
Pablo
to 15.
and Palomata.
At this point, both teams, since we mentioned earlier, not too much of those fancy plays. Lahat ng ginagawa nila, they're just trying to be efficient. And for the Lady Warriors, ito lang nakikita natin, as much as possible, binabawasan nila ang kanilang mga errors.
At yan nga yung titingnan natin kung paano nila maiibsan yung errors nila dahil yan pa yung problema since earlier. But looking at attack faults for each ang dalawang koponan. We have a long rally here. Galang goes to Marzan on the opposite side. Sasagot sa kabilang panan ni Panaga. Ball is still alive. Marzan again, top spin there. They go to Pablo, who hits it down. On the other side, Ginoo down the line. Palomata keeps the ball alive. Pablo off speed. Second touch there. Last touch. Ooh, that ball
The
doesn't
ball is out.
fly within the range of the
22
antenna.
to 15.
Point goes to our
Timeout.
Pocari-Air
Fighting
Lady Warriors.
Warais.
They're up by 7. Tatawag ng timeout dito si Coach Nes Papilar. Pero balikan muna natin. Huling save doon. Sa labas na nga ng antena dumaan.
Our second match for today will be between
Pakinggan muna natin itong timeout ni Coach Nes Papilar.
the Adamson
Isip
Nakar,
ginagawa niya sa loob.
the Falcons.
Mira, ando kaya nga pinagbibilis sa atin ng dalawa rito. Kasama yung dalawa rito. May iwan yung sa room, maliit ang blocker doon. Isip naman.
Coach Nes explaining and clarifying kung ano nga ba yung naging strategy doon. Nagpasok daw ng dalawang middle attacker itong si Coach Nes para daw mabilis. May back quick, saka may A-quick. Tapos, para ma-isolate daw yung blocker doon sa open side, which is Wendy Ann.
Exactly. Kaya lang ito nga, no, yung execution is something that he's questioning dahil hindi nila magawa ng maayos.
So let's see kung makakabawi ba dyan si Vera Guillema. But
Outside
on that
shot.
last play,
Ginoo.
then Ginoo overcooking
23 to 15.
that ball. Aabante ng 8 puntos dito sina Coach Jasper Jimenez and the rest of the Pocari-Air Force Lady Warriors. Del Palomata, who has 3 big points already
Palomata.
in this set. Now on the service line. Guillema goes to Deng. Deng off the block.
Ginoo
There's a
off
check
the hand
called
of
by the second referee.
60
That
to
brings
23.
our Tacloban Fighting Warriors an inch closer to tying this match. They're now just catching up by 7 points.
Serving for the
Then
Fighting
on the
Warais.
service line. Kumana goes to a
Runner
short
from
running
Panaga.
Panaga.
Lady
What
Warriors.
makes
now
the life of
set
Semana
point
easier
advantage.
also is that in this set, nakita natin kung paano dinadala sa kanya ang mga first ball.
That's a great advantage dahil yun yung pinag-usapan natin pagiging well-oiled
Semana.
nitong ating Pocari-Air Air Force Lady Warriors. Pero grabe din naman kasi yung arsenal nitong si
Rado into
Ate
the
Wendy
block.
Ann. Ang dami mong options sa
17,
spikers. Pero ito,
24.
ayaw pang patapusin
Substitution.
ng ating Tacloban Fighting Warriors
6 out.
as
12.
Rado
Negrito.
goes
in.
off
9
via
out.
Yonko
14.
on that last hit.
Pacres. In.
Double substitution din. Balik si Dimdim at si Kyle Negrito. So full front line for our Fighting Warriors. We're trying to catch up here by 7 points. Yonko will try to end the set. Galang keeps it alive. They go to Prado on the open side. On the other side, Pablo on the opposite side, where a net touch will be
There's
called
a
against
crossing
our
violation.
Pocari-Air Lady
called
Warriors.
Pablo.
Pinapatagal ng konti
18,
itong
24.
first set.
Balikan natin yun.
Service.
Ayun naman, si
Negrito.
si Myla pagbaba.
Momentum was clearly going towards the net.
Broad jump kasi si Ate Myla dun. Pero ito, Pangs Panaga puts an end
Ends the
to
set.
that set number 1 and brings our Pocari-Air Lady Warriors
25 to
to
18.
their first set win here in this match. Pasok na pasok yung palo doon ni Pangs right on the line. That brings Pocari-Air to a 1-set to their first set victory. Let's see what will be the story of set number 2 only here on the PVL Open Conference.